That's right, baby. It's time for movie trailer trash. Enjoy.
Hey, this is Movie Trailer Trash, and we just watched the trailer for Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Yes, that is correct. My name is Charlie.
And I'm Bethany.
And I am Brandon.
Brandon, that is Brandon Prosek of Entertainment Buffet and the Entertainment Buffet podcast, joining us for this wonderful special episode on Star Wars: The Last Jedi trailer, which just dropped last week.
Yep.
From when this is being dropped.
Yeah. Yep.
Dropping like it's hot. And if you haven't seen it yet, then you suck. And
No. If you haven't seen it yet, then stop and click on the link and watch it, because it's good.
It is very good.
And
the link will be in
it.
the description.
But also you suck.
But also you suck, mostly, is the thing, is the
really
situation.
Worn out from my opening.
Alright, so Brandon's going to take a breath.
Brandon will take a quick 5-minute nap while we get into this.
Alright, to start out...
boy.
To start out, I just want to say, so who is the Last Jedi, do you think? Is it Luke? Is it Kylo? Is it Ben Solo, as I like to call him?
Is it
Rey?
Well, I think it's multiples.
I think it's Luke.
But here's the thing.
No one will ever be as Jedi as Luke.
With
Am I
this
right?
trailer, right? Okay, so the actual trailer, it starts off with some lovely little John Williams. And it shows the new AT-ATs, which look like they walk like gorillas, which is fun.
And I call them AT-ATs, and I've never heard anyone call them AT-ATs before.
That's just a me thing, right?
I honestly, I've heard both, and I don't care either way. But some people get so offended when it's one over the other, and I'm like, there are higher priorities in the world than the AT controversy.
Yeah, and actually...
and MTT.
Well, yeah, there's
Isn't that a thing?
the battle droid transporter from Phantom Menace is called an MTT.
Which, for those of you who don't know, we shorten our podcast name to MTT Podcast.
Yeah, so we should probably sue George Lucas.
MTTpodcast.com. But anyway.
So the actual trailer is showing a lot of stuff. Is there anything super interesting that either of you want to point out right away off the bat?
Ladies first.
So...
This is the 21st century.
The very first thing I thought, the first time I saw it, and every time I've seen it, is it sounds really, really cheesy and bad when he says, "Rah! Untamed power." It's like, oh my god, have you ever, like...
Well, he's dying, right? Isn't that
I don't
Snoke's
know.
thing? Is it Snoke talking?
Oh, maybe. It's Snoke.
That's Snoke.
Yeah.
But it was so bad. I'm like, you could do better than that. That Raw
Okay, now what's a
sounded
good
like,
thing that you like?
Sounded like... It sounded like a wrestling match, like WWE, like, rah! Like, calm down. Like, let's be better.
Whoa, are we hating on WWE?
Always.
Wow.
It's cheesy and it's bad.
Okay.
Oh my god. All right.
You're going to get me on a rant, lady.
Next.
Okay, now,
a good thing.
Because
you're so negative.
There's this short, quick thing where Princess Leia is standing, actually General Leia now, right? Is
I think so.
Standing in this incredible dress where there's like a weird, cool neck thing that kind of covers her mouth, like her face a little. And when I saw it, I was like, yes, queen!
The worst.
The only time that's ever been
Maybe
appropriate.
I shouldn't let ladies go first.
Exactly. You
So
got
those
yes, queen, and insulting one of your favorite all-time things.
Hey, I'm sorry. But Princess Leia, gonna make me cry, OMG. And those are my first couple of thoughts.
Okay, so you chose the most stereotypical girl thing.
I don't care. She looked fucking incredible.
I liked her dress.
No, it wasn't just any old dress. It was like crazy cool style. And she has always been a fashion icon with her crazy hair. Every single season it's different. And
her,
it's interesting.
and she's braless very often.
Not anymore.
Because there's no underwear in
They've
space,
decided-
says George Lucas.
Says George Lucas.
Yes, but they've decided that an older woman should probably wear a bra.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
They clearly decided that last time.
Prosek?
So, first off, I'm really trying to restrain myself from going on a rant on how people who hate on WWE just don't understand it.
True.
But that's where another...
That's how the world is. 95% of the time, if
misunderstood.
you hate something, you just don't understand it.
Yes.
Like emo music.
Sure.
So I'll talk about a positive thing. A positive thing I loved about both the trailer and also what I'm looking forward to in this movie is Rian Johnson has commented how Mark Hamill does an incredible performance.
Nice.
Which
He better.
when
Sorry.
which when you look at the original trilogy, like he's not a bad actor, but he was young, and this was weird movies that they had no idea would become a phenomenon.
Yeah.
But
he got better as they went.
He got better, and like certainly, but then everyone just remembers Han Solo. They remember Leia. They remember Vader. You know, they remember all these other actors, but like Mark Hamill's performance is always kind of forgotten in a way,
or mocked. Like I know a lot of people who talk about how whiny he was. Like
I want to go get some power converters.
Like when he's talking to his parents on that planet, and he's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
So, based on the trailer and what Rian Johnson has said, it looks like Mark Hamill is doing an incredible performance. Like, there's so much, and like, that was one thing I really was missing from Force Awakens, is that he wasn't in it until the very, very end. And there's one moment where he takes off the hood, and there was so much emotion in his face. I'm like, he's better in that one moment than he was the entire first trilogy.
Yeah, and I got so excited.
Well, and also,
like I didn't care that he didn't have any lines or anything.
And I know that you, Bethany, you are upset about this. Not upset, but what I think is cool is that because, like, in the first one of these, in The Force Awakens, a lot of people's big problem was that it was taking, like, 90% of the story from A New Hope.
Yeah, basically. That didn't bother me. My friend was upset about that.
No, but what I'm going to say will bother you is Luke Skywalker in this looks like not just, your stereotypical old Jedi mentor guy.
Yeah.
He's, like, scared.
Yeah. Oh, that's what my next thing was going to be. I hope that we see more than just scared Luke.
Right. So, but
he needs to be wise and he needs to be awesome. And if he's not badass, I'm going to be mad
because it's doing something different.
Yeah.
Because you could easily just have him be exactly Old Ben.
Yeah. And I kind of want him to be because Old Ben is his hero and because look how badass he looks with that beard right now. He looks incredible, and then he's all like, I've seen this before, and I'm scared. I'm like, calm down, dude. You're supposed to be awesome. You just spent forever on an island. You're supposed to have gained wisdom.
Maybe he's insane.
Where's the Yoda in you, you know?
But yeah, I'm so looking forward to Mark Hamill's performance because I think all of these years, and he doesn't do a lot of live-action acting as much anymore. He's done probably... No, it is my favorite Joker in Batman the Animated Series and a ton of animated movies and video games.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor, though. I think he's just grown with age.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fine wine.
Mark Hamill, you a fine wine.
You a fine wine, Luke.
Hey, he doesn't look too bad for his age either.
And also, I guarantee you that there is a Luke Skywalker themed wine.
I think he looks way more handsome as an old man than he did when he was in the originals.
Nope, she's got the hots for Mark Hamill.
I'm just saying, for his age, I like the beard. You're rocking it, but he doesn't wear the beard except for in the show or in the movie. I'm like, wear that beard all the time. It's clearly your look.
So,
oh God.
And I'm so sorry. I am not trying to be.
So we need to call.
I'm not trying to be such a girl right now. I just can't help it. And you know what? A woman.
Luke Skywalker's so hot. I love Leia's dress.
Yeah. So
hey, I have more to say. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to his performance because even the big line, one of his big lines in this trailer is, "I've seen this power once before. It didn't scare me then. It does now."
Yeah.
And we all assume he's talking about Rey as he's trying to train her with the Force.
Well, he's telling her that. Who is he talking about though?
Well, that's the thing is we don't know.
Is he telling her that?
Well, no, okay, and that's the thing. My friend said he doesn't want to watch this trailer because he heard that there's tons of spoilers. And I was like, what? You're ridiculous.
No. See,
there's
if
not
by
any
spoilers you mean scenes from the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was actually a controversial thing, was Rian Johnson, the writer-director, apparently tweeted out right when it came out, if some of you want to see this, totally, clean, avoid this trailer. And so all of a sudden all these people are like, don't watch the trailer. Rian Johnson said not to. And then he tweeted later, never mind, it's awesome. And then he put in all caps 3 times, watch it, watch it, watch it.
Wait, so who was that though that said
Rian
that?
Johnson.
The director and writer of this movie.
Director.
Okay, so did he not see the trailer until then?
Probably
Why did
not.
he not
Probably
know?
not.
Because it's just marketing departments
Yeah,
that
but
make
you would think
trailers.
that he would see it before it comes out.
Well,
it was perfect.
We talked about that on your show, about how I have no idea how much control people, like directors, have over trailers.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it seems like they have a lot of it, and sometimes it seems like they have none.
But I would hope that they have some, because I think that's the problem with a lot of movies today, is that the trailer is totally disconnected from the movie. Like, either it makes it look one way and it's not, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But this trailer, the thing about it, I told my friend, I was like, no, it gave you just enough to speculate wildly.
See, that's the thing.
Right.
Speculation. Some people think that if it gives us stuff to speculate, that's spoilers. I'm like, that's not a spoiler.
Not at all.
Like, okay.
You're most likely going to work yourself into thinking that it means something it's not.
Should we talk about the final moment in the trailer?
Yeah,
because I think that's the one that people are freaking out about.
Skip ahead to that.
Oh, hang on. I got a bet.
Oh.
Oh.
You got a bet?
Yeah, I bet you both $10 that when Rey says, I need someone to show me my place in all of this, that is not the same scene as Ben holding his hand out.
Yeah, I agree.
Because people think for sure that she was just saying that to him and he held his hand out to her. And they're like, oh, they're going to work together and they're going to... Either she's going to be bad or he's going to be good. And oh my God, they're working together. And I'm like, nope, they very purposefully cut that scene together to make you think that.
But I think what he's saying is that moment at the end where he's holding his hand out to anyone is a big deal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can I say my prediction?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Oh yeah, you gotta...
So, way back when The Force Awakens came out in 2015, like
God,
a week...
That was a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. Like a week ago, or no, like a week after, I was speculating with a fellow Star Wars nerd and some of my other fellow Star Wars nerds about what we think was going to happen in Episode 8. Because it was 2 years out. We're like, let's just throw shit into the wind, or I was going to say a phrase and I forgot the phrase. Shot in the dark.
Let's just throw shit into the wind.
Let's just throw shit in the wind.
Let's just do it.
Into the wind.
Let's throw feces into the gusty wind.
I think shot in the dark was probably better.
Shot in the dark.
Yeah.
So, and this is actually from a wrestling storyline I really enjoyed, I think that they are going to pull a double turn, which is I predicted that Rey is going to become so powerful and lose control that she is going to go to the dark side, and that Kylo is going to come back to the light side, and they're going to do a double switch, because we've seen people go from good to bad and bad to good, but we've never seen in the same movie
both
people switch.
Yeah.
And then I think Episode 9 was going to be Ben trying to save Rey back from the dark side.
So if that is your theory, then that means that you think he is on the dark side right now. But see, my theory is that he's a double agent and that he has to... Okay, here, I got this. Because this is something I definitely thought after the movie and talked about with Charlie. So, there's a scene in The Force Awakens where he's talking to his grandfather's helmet. His grandfather is Darth Vader. And he's like, I won't fail you, grandfather. I'll finish what you started. Well, what his dad started was to take down the dark side, because his dad threw Emperor Palpatine down the thing. He decided to be good, to try and make amends for all the bad he had done, to try and do something nice for his son. He gave his life for him. And so Luke supposedly trained Ben Solo, right? At least to a certain extent. And then I guess the idea is that he killed a bunch of people.
Yeah,
he killed all the students.
A bunch of other Jedi.
He killed all the other students that were children, I guess.
Must have fallen under the spell of Snoke.
Right. And so what I think, though, is that, this trailer kind of makes me think differently, but what I thought before was that Luke and him formed a really intense plan on how he was going to become a double agent, and then he took it too far. And then when he is with his dad, Han Solo, and his dad, he's like, help me, Father. I feel like I'm being torn apart, right? And he says anything, and then he kills him. He straight up had to do that to prove that he was on their side as a double agent, like Snape did with Dumbledore. Boom! Oh, God. I think I just broke my phone.
She went to drop the mic, but she dropped her phone.
She spiked her phone after completing that theory.
Game, set, and match.
Okay, but isn't that interesting? Because he kind of has a snapiness about him with the greasy hair and stuff.
He's got a snapiness.
And it's for, think about it, it's
that makes
for
it
the
sound
greater
like he
good.
smells bad.
But think about it, it's for the greater good. His father spent a lot of his years helping to take down the bad guys, right?
The greater good.
And he loves his dad, and that's why he feels like he's being torn apart, and he asks his dad for help, and his dad would do anything for him, and he knew it.
Yep.
Yeah. He knew that his dad would do anything for him, and that his dad would love him and understand.
Mine is much simpler.
Sure.
Mine is just, I think that Kylo's gonna just turn good halfway through, and then they're gonna go destroy the dark side.
Yeah, quick question. Do you have any spray? Because there's some snapiness in here.
What?
Oh man, did your basement flood? There's a snapiness about it.
I don't understand.
You said earlier that snapiness sounds like you're talking about how they smell.
How something smells bad.
Okay.
He has a snapiness about him.
Okay,
There's some
so
potpourri for the snapiness up in here.
okay, so that was my theory before. However, with Luke being so scared, well, no, that could be the thing. He may not know that Ben is still on his side. Because he feels like he went too far. Yeah, because I feel like that's who he is. Kylo Ren is his stupid emo name. He's like, call me Kylo. And it's like, calm down, Kylo. We're going to call you Ben because that's your name.
What's his middle name? Ben
Kylo Ren.
Ben Kylo Ren Solo.
You don't know. Do they have middle names in Star Wars universe?
I guess,
right? Sure.
Obi-Wan?
Yep, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Wan.
And then Mace. Mace Windu. And then Yoda. He's like Cher. Just
Yoda.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so I think we've talked about some interesting theories, right? And that's the thing that's fun about this trailer is it gives you enough to speculate.
Uh-huh.
But I think everybody, their instinct was to be like, oh my god, she's gonna ask him for help. And it's like, calm down, that's not the same scene. They had so many cuts
I think he's holding out his hand to his mom in that scene.
Ooh.
I'm gonna cry.
So, okay.
That's so awesome.
Before we get into that
God.
whole section.
Yeah, I'm not ready for Leia right now.
If you have any listeners who are some fellow wrestling fans, I'm holding up the Wolfpack
I'm sure
sign.
we do, because there's so many of those.
I know the Wolfpack.
Yeah,
That's
how you identify a wrestling fan. You just go like this, and they're like, oh, yeah. It's like a secret
Big sexy.
sign.
You just make shadow puppets, and you're good to go.
I really am hoping for the double turn because it was done so beautifully with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart in 1997.
Oh, man.
And
of course, who could
just
forget?
listen to it. It's good.
No, basically what that means is like obviously in wrestling it's like there's a good guy and there's a bad guy and they fight and you root for the good guy to beat the bad guy. Mm-hmm. But like they pulled it off that by the end of one match you hated the good guy and you loved the bad guy. And like I think that's what can happen is that Rey's becoming so powerful and Kylo is like probably realizing holy shit, like that's what happened to me, maybe, and like to see them switch.
I have an idea. So like,
I'm cool with the switch. That'd be an interesting.
Maybe it's the switch, and maybe it's more similar like that to that than you would think. So maybe Rey becomes obsessed with her destiny, and obsessed with tracking down Kylo Ren, and this is right when Kylo Ren is. You know,
trying to make amends,
like kind of switching over,
very
and
vulnerable.
He's maybe trying to save his mom, trying to save Leia from something, and Rey is getting in his way and trying to kill him.
I thought you were gonna say Rey kills his mom.
No, because I don't think that doesn't really make sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
But,
because she doesn't know her.
Like she catches up to him while he's trying to get to his mom, and she's like trying to kill him. Like,
and he's like,
really bad.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
and so
better.
In that point, you would switch over like mid-fight.
And so
from
Leia
the good guy to the
might
bad guy.
die because Rey is so intense about fighting him.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you let my mother die. Now you're evil. And how dare you?
Goosebumps on my arms.
You don't often get
Pimple bummers.
a female hero protagonist like this. I mean, nowadays you're getting a lot more of them. But it's a big deal that it's in the Star Wars universe, right? She's a Jedi. We've had female Jedi before, but they were not characters that had, like, speaking lines,
Well, not in
really.
the original one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so in the bad ones. And so...
And they were all aliens. I don't
they
think
were
there were
all
any
aliens.
human
Exactly.
female
They
Jedi.
were.
If they were like in the background, fighting in like the Clone Wars
So,
Coliseum sequence.
It's a big deal that Rey is a Jedi. I like that. It's cool. And I think it would also be a big deal that she's a Sith, because who else were Sith? Like, there were no women Sith. They were all white men. Why do white men gotta have all the evil power? Well, no, that seems realistic.
Yeah,
okay.
that does.
But for real though, I think that it's interesting to have.
Because we're the worst.
I think it's
Because we suck.
I do think it's interesting to have a really powerful woman that you hate, because that I don't know, a lot of movies have a hard time doing that. They make them like super two-dimensional, but this couldn't be because she'd be doing a switch, so it couldn't be two-dimensional. It'd have to be more complex.
If that were to happen, if Rey were to become evil, and there were to be something like that,
it'd be so hard to hate her.
That would be probably like the deepest female character in a blockbuster ever.
Probably.
Sure.
Because
I'll
like
go
most
with
of the
that.
time they're heroes. You hardly ever see a good female villain.
And
I'm trying to think, because
if
I was
they're
thinking
villains
there's one
or
great
if they're
female villain,
heroes,
I can't think of who it is
they
right now.
usually just have like, one or two things that make up their character.
Usually the female villain is somebody's stepmother, and she has an evil cackle.
Right, it's a cartoon.
Yep. Yep.
Typically, they want to make coats out of dogs.
But yeah, so
most of the time.
that would be interesting. I think no matter what, we're going to see Kylo Ren or Ben Solo be a more dynamic character than probably the other Siths that we've seen.
So
we haven't really gotten to see a Sith very deeply yet.
That and like
except for Vader.
The other thing, and like this is kind of a callback, and you may need to link to the other trailer that was released for.
Can do that.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
Was like there was a part where Luke said, "And the Jedi need to end," and everyone was like, "What?" And like they're all freaking out, and like there's this one part where like Rey is
time
like
for the Jedi to die, no, to end.
No,
she's like looking at this thing, and she's like, I see like a balance between light and dark, and like, I think some people have been having like these theories that it's like, well, there's Jedi who are good and Sith who are evil. Like, what if there's this middle ground, like a gray?
And that was supposed to be Luke.
Yeah. Like
at the end of the original ones, it was supposed to be like he figured out how to use both.
Yeah, and like that's the thing.
Yeah, you gotta
is,
be
like,
able to use both your powers.
What if she's like, or Ben, like, what if they're both teetering on that, and like that's what drives them to go both the other way, and then by the end of the trilogy, they have to both find the middle, and that's why like he's probably saying that the Jedi have to end. He's like, look, like every time we have Jedi, we have Sith.
Yeah, it causes division.
Yeah,
we gotta find common ground.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's like the age-old thing, like they say in like the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. It's like, well, you have a guy dressed up as a bat fighting for good. You're gonna have a crazy dude dressing as a clown for bad.
Yeah.
Like it's escalation.
It's the whole chicken and the egg thing.
You want peace. You don't want good and bad. You want nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I think, like I always said, because I did like that trailer, the first teaser trailer. And when he said that, I was like, oh.
When you get to see Rey's weird hand?
No, when you get to hear Luke saying awesome stuff. Luke was way cooler in the first trailer than the second.
She's got weird hands.
Luke was way cooler in the first trailer
than the second. She's really
self-conscious now. I mean, she probably is.
She's like, I was listening to a trailer
She's
podcast,
a super big hero.
And this dude in Missouri kept bringing up my hand.
No, because a bunch of people have talked about it during that trailer. There was like screenshots. Beautiful. I mean, they're fine. They're fine hands.
They're skinny.
She just wouldn't be a hand
It's model. Just weird. It's like her pinky goes so that like it's a perfect line between her.
But they might have had her like try to like tense her hand as much as possible. She just has weird
hands.
So
whatever.
Aside,
this is
hands
irrelevant.
aside. Yeah, what were we saying?
Okay, hands down. Another big
whoa! That's
high five.
That's a professional podcaster right there.
Oh man!
Now you forget what you were
now
saying.
you should give me a hand. No, basically.
Hey, we're not about giving handouts here.
Okay, so we've speculated wildly, right? Right? So
sure.
That was fun. But I wanted to say also, I bet you $10 that when Leia is staring out when Leia is staring out the window and then they show Ben looking at like the ship like he's gonna shoot it.
Say Kylo.
Yeah.
They looking at the ship like they're gonna shoot and he's all about to cry. I bet you that's two different scenes.
Yeah, that's what
There's any scene where she's looking out the window. They just made it look as if she could see into his ship or something. I'm like, no, that's just Leia.
Well, she can.
That's the thing. Is like I believe that's some trailer trickery.
Right. Yeah, there was a lot of like big swift cuts that made it look like things were happening at the same time.
Like you said, I wouldn't doubt that there's a moment like that where maybe he has a chance to shoot her, but maybe it's not as dramatic as like they're showing it, or like maybe it's just a quick and then he gets hit by another ship and then he does a thing and then it's not as big of a moment. But like,
and even what you were saying with that original trailer where he says the Jedi have to end, that could have easily been just like cut in the middle of his sentence.
Yeah,
like he could go on to say they have to end
nonsense.
world hunger.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure that's what he was saying.
But
the Jedi have to end world hunger. They have to.
So I definitely think that, like you said, it's not going to play down as if like, because that's where people are probably like, spoilers, spoilers, he's going to kill Leia. It's like, no, we don't know that.
It's not that simple.
He
might. We know for a fact that Leia is going to die, and that's really unfortunate for lots of reasons. Well, she's going to. They can't have her in the third trailer.
We don't know that.
Well, maybe not in this trailer, but Leia is dead. Leia was a real person, and her name was Carrie Fisher.
We don't know if she's going to die in this movie.
They have not announced how that's going to be handled.
Yeah, they can't. They have to not announce it because we have to see it happen on screen.
No, I know, but
if they announce it, they would ruin it.
The thing was that, like, she finished all of her filming before she died.
For this movie.
Not the others. She was supposed to be in episode 9. They say, but they also announced that Harrison Ford would be in episode 8, which we saw he wasn't. It was a fake out.
He could be.
She very well...
Memories.
Ooh, memories.
She very well could die in this, but I think that may have been something that they had to change in the script.
Yes.
Because it would be quite lame if all of a sudden, like, in the episode 9 scroll... You know, at the beginning, they're like, Leia's dead. It's like, what?
Exactly. Well, they would have to... That's what I've been saying since the day she died. Charlie and I have talked about it a lot, and even on our, like, MTT Extra and stuff, we've talked about it. I've been saying, like, if they don't do Carrie Fisher justice with this role, they will be doing themselves a disservice because she's amazing. Like, she is part of what made Star Wars what it was. She's a big deal. And it's sad that she's dead, and they need to honor her. It needs to be beautiful and emotional, and I need to see Mark Hamill cry. I need to see him cry.
Well,
I need to see him cry.
I do have to say, I hope that... Because, like, okay,
it's
in
his
Force
sister.
Awakens,
His
we
twin
luckily
sister.
saw Solo and Leia see each other one more time before he dies. I really hope that if they do kill Leia, that Luke sees her one more time. Because Luke didn't even get to see Solo before he died.
I know.
So, like, I gotta see the brother
I bet
and
you
sister.
he felt it, though, just like she did.
I do hope, though, that they don't kill off Luke. Because
Me too.
I don't want these movies to just be, let's kill off the whole cast.
The original cast so we can move on. That's what I've been saying. I'm like, come on.
The Solo thing totally made sense.
Mm-hmm.
The Leia thing is an unfortunate thing that happened with the real life actor. But, like, they don't need to kill Luke. Now, in Episode 9, he doesn't need to be a humongous role.
No.
But I don't think it just needs to be he's killed off.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to be the main character in Episode 9, but I think he needs to be a main character in this one. And I think that, yeah, they don't need to just kill him off. Like, Charlie was telling me that he thinks one of the new cast members will die. Like Finn, Poe, Ben, Rey, right? Yeah. I said that doesn't need to happen, but I see what you're saying. I mean, I see what you're saying, but
well, Poe was supposed to die in
in
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Really? And they just liked him, so they decided to keep him?
He was originally supposed to die when he crash lands with Finn.
Oh, yeah, and he just
doesn't. And then, like, he disappears for half the film. Like, that was supposed to be him dying, and then they're like, wait, there's so much more with this character.
Yeah.
And I think now, especially with Carrie Fisher tragically passing away, is that I think they're going to craft Poe to be more like the leader of the Resistance in a way.
Yeah,
because, like, she won't be there to be the general, so, like, he will kind of mold into that. But then it's like, I don't want them to kill Finn, though.
No. I
don't want them to.
Charlie was saying
but that's why
Kylo
they should.
Ren,
True.
Well, but we were talking about it,
because you'd be devastated. It's just like in Serenity.
Oh my god.
When
how dare you?
Wash gets stabbed through the stomach after they land, and that awesome thing happens, and you're just like, and going into that movie, if someone said they're probably gonna kill Wash,
they'd be like, why would they kill Wash?
You'd be like, what? No,
kill
don't do
Zoe,
that.
She's a badass, right? Yeah.
And then
someone spoiled that for me.
Oh,
and it was the worst.
It
was in a completely un-Firefly related thing.
Yeah.
It was like, say, a movie
like we just did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sorry guys. Hope you.
No, it's been out for like 10 years.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
But like, the thing that, it's not like I was reading a BuzzFeed article and they spoiled it.
Yeah.
I was like watching like a review for like, I don't know, like The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. You know, like something totally off the... And he's like, yeah, like when Wash died in Serenity. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Alan Tudyk's dead. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
You never knew Alan Tudyk could also make you cry and not just laugh.
So one thing that they haven't showed you in any of the trailers yet is that Benicio del Toro and Laura Dern are both supposed to be in this movie.
Benicio del Toro.
He was
Sicario.
He was the collector in Guardians 2.
Nice.
Yes.
2 as in T.
That's cool. So they didn't show him in this at all, but they're going to be in it in this.
I think he's supposed to be a big character.
I think he's supposed to be like a Sith in some fashion.
Yeah.
Oh, real fast though. Charlie was saying, because I was like, how could they possibly kill off a character without making everybody super upset? But he mentioned that it could be Kylo Ren and that he could basically die to make amends for his sins. Like I was saying, that would be really cool if like he sacrifices himself for the greater good.
Yeah.
And I was saying it would be cool because he's a really good actor. I know he's a really good actor, even though I don't like him much in the first one.
Who?
Kylo Ren.
Adam Driver.
Yeah. He's a good actor.
He's so good.
I didn't like him in the first one. Like, I was annoyed every single time he talked, but I think you were supposed to be.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be whiny and annoying. But he's a really good actor, so like you can tell when he's like getting all teary-eyed in the commercial, in the trailer. I think it would be cool if he got like really emotional and he said like, I'm going to do what a good son would do and go be with mother and father.
And I think that his story is sympathetic.
Sacrifice himself.
And that's why he's such a good actor, because you can see someone growing up like that where it could appear like his parents just kind of handed him off to someone else.
Here, go be with your uncle. And it's like, well, your uncle's also super cool.
The reason I love
and awesome.
Kylo Ren is probably, out of all of the new characters, he's probably my favorite, is because so like Vader,
he's the most dynamic so far.
For all the movies until like Return of the Jedi, when like, you know, they had the whole dramatic fight with Luke and the Emperor, he was just a silent badass.
Yep.
He literally just, you know, would choke people just with the Force.
Yeah.
And then now we have a villain.
Last scene in Rogue One perfectly sums up who Darth Vader is.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
And so I loved Adam Driver's character Kylo Ren because he's different. He's incredibly ruthless. Like in his first scene, he stops a blaster with the Force mid-air.
Yeah.
But then he also has scenes where he gets pissed and he's just like slashing his lightsaber, like he's just like, you know? Like an angry teenager.
The ship.
And some people are like, "God, he's such a baby." It's like, well, imagine someone who he's kind of like emotional and like angsty in a way, but he's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, he's not a teenager, but he's like a teenager who's like doesn't quite understand his strength yet. He's like immature, but he has so much power, so it would be tough.
That's why I think he's more dangerous, because like Tarkin would be like, Vader, enough, and be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
He
Vader was super controlled.
Whereas like Adam Driver would be like, fuck you, and just like slash a dude like a million times probably.
However, that's what Anakin did as soon as he turned evil. He just was like, just started tearing shit up.
You know, it's kind of similar to Kingpin in Daredevil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where he just loses it sometimes and just like
and
literally beats someone to death.
And then he's like, oh, anyway.
And there's no stopping it. There's nothing anyone can do about it.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good place. Let's move on to probably the shortest segment of this that we will ever have. Where, when, and how you're going to see this.
Where? When? How? Are you going to see this movie?
I'll start. I want to see this in theater as soon as humanly possible.
Yeah. Theaters, day one.
Yeah, like, there's no other way to see this.
Right.
Like, I'm a little upset because we haven't bought our tickets yet.
Yeah, me too. No, we'll get
I don't
somewhere.
care what theater we're in, though.
No, me neither.
I don't care.
Thursday at 7. Like, and my only request, if you're in the Illinois area, is don't bring a goddamn baby.
Oh, I thought you were going to say lightsaber. I'm like, I can bring a lightsaber.
Well, no. So, Force Awakens, the beginning was almost ruined for me. I was literally like, before the movie, I'm like, I think when John Williams starts and they throw that logo on the screen, because it's like we hadn't seen a live Star Wars movie in theaters for over 10 years. I'm like, I'm probably going to cry because I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And literally, I didn't get to cry because there was a baby crying behind me. And
it wasn't way to steal my thunder.
That baby vultured my cry.
Exactly. But no, it's like, who brings a baby to a movie that you know there's going to be a lot of blasters and explosions and lightsabers and death? But
well,
like,
they
just
think the
loud
baby can't
noises.
Understand. And they probably put the headphones on the baby.
But like loud noises that you know are going to make a baby cry. So I ask, if you have children, go to a less busy, don't go to the Thursday at 7.
If you have to bring a child.
Or just get a babysitter, man.
Get a babysitter.
But we all have to acknowledge that none of us have children and none of us know how hard that is.
And that is
really
why, because of Star Wars.
That was your choice.
I'm just saying. I
chose Star Wars.
It's easy to say, just get a babysitter or whatever, but it's very, very hard to get to the movie theater when you have a kid.
But here's what I'm saying.
But don't bring a kid to a premiere, ever. And also, don't bring a baby to a PG-13 up plus movie.
Here's what I'm saying. It's not even just bringing it to the theater.
But you shouldn't.
Bring it. The kid. Okay. My thing is the Thursday, like usually it's 7 o'clock is the Thursday. That's the first showing.
Premiere,
that's the new version
midnight.
of cheating for weekend box office numbers.
So anyway, the Thursday 7 o'clock show is usually all of the biggest nerds and fans of said thing, whether it's superhero movies or Star Wars or whatever. So my thing is, Leave that Thursday 7 showing for the true fans. Go on like the Sunday at like 3 and bring your kid when all of us nerds already saw it 3 times.
Yes.
Like we saw it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we needed to take Sunday off because we don't earn that much. Seriously, like that's my request is let the Thursday 7 o'clock showing be filled with us nerds who are going ape shit.
I agree.
I'm not going to dress up.
That's fine. You would never. That's not you.
Exactly.
Let us acknowledge
Are you going to dress up, Prosek?
No, I don't really have a Star Wars outfit. I'll wear one of my Star Wars shirts.
Wear a Star Wars shirt and a Stormtrooper helmet.
You want to buy one for me?
I will be wearing my Princess Leia shirt that I am currently wearing.
Yeah, I'm wearing one of my...
And I'm very proud of it.
One of my 4 Star Wars shirts.
Here you go. I'll buy a Star Wars shirt for it.
That's good. Yeah, do that. Another thing along the lines of the baby. I get it that you're very excited, you 36-year-old man out there. We're very excited. We're older adults as well. Not that old, but still. We get it.
Where's
You're
this going?
excited. But, as I've said before, and I'll say again, if you sit there in the movie next to me and you sing along with the music going da-dun, 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 I'm going to punch you in the face because you ruined Captain America Civil War for me. Yeah, man out there, I know who you are.
He was singing to the music?
Literally, the music, like, you know how, like, just, like, background music, not even, like, a song, just, like, background, like, the music's picking up.
Star Wars music
he was
is
like,
iconic. Like, MCU music is kind of, like,
he was, like, tapping on his legs with his hands and going, like, dun, 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 dun. And I said, I am trying to watch this movie. I looked at him.
Like, sir, can you kindly shut the fuck up?
Yeah, I was like, could you please be quiet?
And not speak ever again for the rest of your life?
And because it was basically, he was a Spider-Man freak. He was obsessed with Spider-Man. Cool. It was already annoying that the second they even hinted that Spider-Man was about to be on screen, the entire theater was like, oh! I'm like, oh my god, you guys are all annoying me so much. But I was like, that's fine, they're excited. But then this idiot next to me started singing along with it, and every time any Spider-Man was on the screen, he was like, ooh, yeah. I'm like, shut up. I'm gonna kill you. We're trying to watch this movie. You're not the only person here, sir.
So there you go.
So if you can't contain yourself, then don't go to the premiere either.
We're all seeing it Thursday at 7.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
But we request
No babies, no 36-year-old men.
No. There can be 36-year-old men. Just contain yourselves.
You know,
also,
I wanted to see the movie, but I'm 36.
What day is it coming out? Thursday, but what day?
The 14th.
Like
the 14th, okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure because I was like, crap, where are we going to be? Chicago, here? I don't know.
If you're in Chicago, we're seeing it together.
We'll be here.
Be around my birthday.
Ooh, birthday present.
I don't have to buy you a birthday present.
All right, so do we want to talk about Rotten Tomatoes scores?
Let's absolutely talk about those things.
All right.
Rotten Tomatoes percentages.
All right, I'm gonna start off.
All right.
Dope.
The Rotten Tomatoes percentages for this, and I mean it's not hard, obviously, because it's just gonna be around a 90 probably for critics and around a 95 for audience. That's my guess. But it's weird because these Star Wars movies and Marvel movies have kind of completely jumped the former perception of them. So they used to be like, this is nerd stuff and not cool, and they're just making it for nerds. And now it's like, these are the best movies that are made during the year. It's completely jumped because of generations.
But something interesting, a trend that I've seen recently is that the superhero movies are getting less and less good scores, even when they're really just as good as all the others.
Well, no, I think they're not. I think they're getting worse, honestly.
What?
Yeah.
No, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was better than Guardians of the Galaxy 1. And
But-
it got worse of a score.
A lot of people would.
Yeah, and it got worse of a score.
No, but I mean, those two are different, though. Those two are made
Sure,
like
but at the
comedies.
very least, it was equal to. And it didn't get a very good score. I mean, and by didn't get a very good score, it probably got an 86. But I'm just saying, I've been surprised recently by some of the scores. Where it's like, wow, that didn't get an 89 at least.
Yeah, well, maybe they're tired of it.
I'm going to say that this will get an 89 by critics and a 93 from audience.
A 93. So basically what I said.
Nope. I said my own thing because I'm my own person.
That's fair.
I mean,
What do you think?
sometimes it's going to
What
be
do you
similar.
So I was curious. I was like, what did Force Awakens get? And it looked like Force Awakens got a 93. So I was very curious, what critics thought, because I know fans were loved it, and then some hated on it. So
Haters.
I think fans, it's going to be a little bit lower because there's always the haters out there. So I'm going to say
That's fine.
87
From
fans.
fans.
And critics will give it a 94.
Oh.
No.
That's good.
Yeah, 94, I guess.
That's high. But
Yeah,
I think you
it
might
is
be
for
right
critics.
because I do think this
look
one
how
will be
high
better than
Wonder
the last
Woman
one.
got.
Right,
Yeah.
93.
And I do think this one will be better than the last one.
Yeah.
However, this is interesting. So the first time I saw the trailer, my initial thought was this is probably going to be the weakest of the 3 new ones.
Really?
But then once I talked about it with you guys, it changed everything.
No, I think that the first one will definitely be the weakest.
No, I mean, honestly though, like when I first
what?
saw the trailer, I was like, it seemed kind of boring because it was a lot of just Kylo Ren flying his plane and other people flying planes and a lot of planes.
It's wars in the
Yeah,
stars.
it was, but that's
And
what
they're
I'm saying,
ships,
like,
woman.
I was wanting to see more interaction between people. But think about it. Almost every single scene, like we were saying, it might look like 2 people are in the same room together, but almost every single scene was one person at a time. They didn't show very much interaction except between Luke and
They're trying
Rey.
to throw you off.
Yeah, they didn't show anybody talking to each other. They just showed their face and them talking. So for me, it was like, I don't know. I just felt like I didn't see much, which that's okay though. You don't
But
want to see too much.
I know that they won't do this, but I think that they should not release another trailer.
No,
No.
they won't. Because that's
hope
what I
not.
loved about Force Awakens was Force Awakens, literally 1 year prior, they released a teaser.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they didn't release an official trailer until I
couple
think it was like
months.
around this time of
Yeah.
it was like maybe a couple months before the movie came
and it was
out.
great.
And I think that's what they've done with this is like they released a trailer.
It's such a good,
teaser
perfect system.
because there's plenty.
Because I hate that with
Oh.
Marvel stuff, where they release like seven trailers that are like
DC's even worse.
Yeah.
We just got like our 5th Justice League trailer.
Yeah, I hate
And
it.
it's not. We know that
None
it's
of
probably going to be
them-
bad.
And you have to
Yeah.
like try to avoid.
It's
them,
like
too.
they're
Yeah.
painfully trying to convince you. They're like, we know we've failed you a million times, but we're going to try and convince you with a new trailer.
But like
Stop.
I think like this trailer they did so well. Like you said, there's speculation. They showed all the characters. They showed some action, some dramatic moments. Like they've shown a lot of stuff to speculate on. And we are now. It's middle of October, so we have November, and then it's December.
Yep.
So it's not that far. So it's plenty of time for us to speculate. We don't need another trailer.
Yeah.
If they release another trailer, I may
You're gonna
avoid
watch it.
I probably will, but I'll try to avoid it.
I've
Yeah,
avoided.
same.
I've
I
done
will-
that before.
That's what I did with Civil War. I tried
Yeah.
to avoid the Civil War.
We're like, we don't
trailers.
need multiple trailers. for that.
And I mean, I didn't.
And it still
I couldn't
disappointed me.
because they were everywhere and people were sending me them. But
Well, but that's also like what's so hard about now is like back in the day we only saw trailers on the big screen.
Right.
So if you
Sure.
didn't go to movies,
Or
you
during
didn't see
TV.
the trailers.
Sometimes it was on TV.
Sometimes, or like it would be a cut down version.
Yeah.
But like now, so example, the day we're recording this, Charlie and I saw a movie yesterday.
Yeah.
Where I had pretty much seen all of the trailers except for one, and it was garbage. And I was like, no wonder I haven't seen it, because usually the sites that I follow that announce trailers don't bring up the garbage ones.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, like now, like the moment it came out, even though we were supposed to be watching Monday Night Football to see this trailer, it was like, no, it's online. You can just go watch it.
Right.
That's
now.
true, yeah.
I didn't have to go to a movie.
But it was fun
to
for
see
me
it.
to watch it on TV.
it was fun.
It was
And
like,
I-
oh, here it is.
yeah, and it was a good.
I
thing.
was in the
And
middle of
all right,
Walmart, and I
the-
stopped what I was doing, put headphones in, and sat down and
Yeah.
watched it on my phone.
One last opinion before we wrap it up.
No, I have something I have to say.
No, this
Nope,
is the last
corpse.
thing. Well, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna say, what's everyone's opinion on the CGI hamster?
It's terrible.
Okay, we got one for terrible.
It's not a hamster, it's like a
I'll
penguin.
let you go.
I like the idea of it, but I think it looks bad.
Looks bad.
This is one thing, like, okay, often I love talking about the good things, but when then some things are bad, but like the movie still looks good.
Right.
But this looks like a possibly bad thing. I say, well, let's wait and see the movie,
Yeah.
because the effects may not be done. It, you know, like effects can still be.
Well, then they
fixed
shouldn't
up.
have put it in the trailer because it looks bad.
But you know why they did.
Right.
To
That's
sell
why-
the toys.
But here's the
like,
thing.
let's be honest. That's why George Lucas made $1 billion.
If you want to sell the
billions
toys,
of
do
dollars.
better, because Ewoks. I'm not opposed to a cute character that's just there to be cute. I love Ewoks, but guess why they were awesome? Because they used practical effects. They used people in suits, and because this little porg.
I don't know if the first
is-
word that comes to mind when I think of Ewoks is awesome.
They're awesome to me. But
think
the Porg next to Chewie, the problem is that they had the Porg next to Chewie. Chewie is a man in a suit. And then they had this extremely bad CGI right next to him. It looked so cheesy. It looked like episode 1 cheesy when they did such a good job in The Force Awakens to basically get away from that.
It was really obvious that it was CGI.
Yeah.
But, like you said,
so bad.
It's possible that it'll change.
It's bad.
See, that was such a small part in it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
everyone's freaking out about it. Like, there are some people that are like, it's going to be terrible just because of this. I'm like, all right.
Oh, well, that's silly.
But that's the thing. I was like, calm down. See, one thing that
we
people,
both just freaked out when he said that.
Yeah, that's
people that are not bringing up is, did we not notice the Vaporeon-looking wolf ice thing?
The ice wolf.
Yeah.
Everyone is just dismissing that. I'm like, that looks cool.
Yeah,
I saw
the
that
ice wolf
on
looked
Twitter.
awesome.
Okay.
I love the ice wolf.
Yeah, I saw somebody on Twitter say, why is everybody talking about the Porgs when we could be talking about those other creatures?
Exactly.
Like Vaporeon.
It literally, does it not look like Vaporeon from Pokemon?
It's
Oh,
Pokemon.
The original 150?
What was that coming out of the ground? That person's hand coming out of the ground. He's like, I've seen this.
That was
on rock.
Luke.
That was Luke's.
That was Luke?
That was Luke's robot hand.
It was robot hand.
He was coming out of the ground?
It was whatever building he was in that Kylo Ren destroyed.
Okay. I was just
It's
curious.
probably, it looks
Okay.
like it's the flashback of what Kylo Ren destroyed
Also-
the Jedi Temple.
I know you wanted to wrap it up, but I'm not done. Is Chewie all alone? Is it just him and the Porg now? Is there no
it's-
human in his Millennium Falcon?
I thought
No.
that's where Boyega was.
I don't know.
I think
Maybe.
he's going to be with Finn, and or they're introducing this other character that's played by this Asian actress.
Ooh.
That she says she has a lot to do with Finn's story.
Okay.
I think she's like a mechanic type person.
Oh,
that
nice.
I think she either gets... She said something about an interview.
Shiny
either-
Captain.
Oh, and they'll be with R2-D2 also. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it
Oh
was
no, he'll
weird.
stay
I was
on
like,
the island with Luke.
I was like, it would be weird to have Chewbacca without a human next to him, like around him.
Yeah,
Because it'll just be...
It'll just be him going,
It's just Chewbacca.
and then it going, because that's the Porg.
It's Chewbacca, a Porg, R2-D2, and BB-8.
Oh my god. Sitcom!
Yeah,
It's
that
just
would
like,
be-
what the hell is going on?
That would be
Yeah,
funny.
no, I definitely think it's going to be John Boyega and or this, and I feel bad I don't know the character's
Yeah,
name, but
but
we
that's-
don't... We haven't even...
No, it's
That's
good
okay.
that you don't
Yeah.
know her name.
Yeah.
Because
That's okay.
that'll be fun when we get to
Because it's like
be
her,
introduced.
Benicio del Toro, and Laura Dern. If people who don't know who Laura Dern is, she's the blonde from Jurassic Park.
Right.
Oh, I
whoa.
like her.
And she was in Big Little Lies, the
Cool.
HBO miniseries. So it's like... I bet that... I like that they're keeping those new characters kind of a secret.
Me too. I love
Because
that.
that's... It's something new.
It's fun. It's all about fun, folks.
Yeah, I have a friend.
man.
I have a friend who hated Star Wars: The Force Awakens because he thought it was an exact replica of New Hope, and I'm like, well, then you clearly weren't watching it.
Can I defend that?
Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
shortly.
Well, I was just gonna say he also thinks this looks bad,
Yeah, well, he's an
Okay.
idiot.
but I felt
Go
him
on.
on that for a little
He's
bit.
just wrong. Yeah, just wrong.
Yeah.
So,
You
Force
suck, Ron.
Awakens, I think a lot of people love to give JJ and that movie shit because they're like, it's just a New Hope again. It's a bigger Death Star, which I will admit, I did not like that it was just a bigger Death Star.
Right.
But my
Sure.
thing is, JJ had the most difficult job ever because he was like the first person after George Lucas to be doing a Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
He had a 10-year gap where people have just been shitting on the prequels for
Yep.
10 years. Not like a year or two. Like a Marvel
Right.
movie comes
No.
out, there's another one like 6 months later.
People are like,
Right.
isn't that
It's
terrible
like
what they
Iron
did
Fist.
to Star Wars?
Like Iron Fist comes out and everyone's like, that was bad. And then there's another
Defenders
one.
comes out
like,
and
Yeah,
it's
then
right
there's
fine.
Defenders,
Yeah.
and then they just move on because there's a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it was 10 years,
Yep.
and so I think what he had to do is like he's like, all right, I'm going to try to grab new fans with these new characters. I'm going to try to win back.
Placate, yeah,
Win
win,
back angry fans who hated the prequels because they were too CGI-y, and I'm going to ground
And a bunch
it.
of
I'm going
bad
to bring it
scripts
back
also.
to the grounded
Terrible dialogue.
awesomeness of the original trilogy. So he had to play, and that's the thing about Star Wars. We'll kind of end on this: is that like Star Wars? I'm telling you how to end your podcast.
How dare you, sir?
Is like
I will end it with gibberish.
is superhero movies. It's like they're for a certain generation, but like Star
Yeah.
Wars. Everyone in your family knows Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. Like, my parents don't even really like it that much, but they're like, yeah, we've seen it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We know Star Wars. So it's like, literally, our grandparents, parents,
Yeah,
people who have kids now.
it's for all of us.
It's for everyone. So I think that he
Universal
had to win
themes.
back so many generations of people that he's like, all right, I'm going to kind of do what you love.
But it
go ahead
wasn't
and
the
make
same.
a-
There was new characters.
I'm going to go
there's
ahead and
new
not take a big old
relationships.
risk here.
Yeah, Yeah, there's new characters, there's new relationships, and I'm just saying it's not the same, so calm your butts.
Calm your butts, everybody.
Everybody calm your butts.
That's what makes me more excited for Last Jedi. Is
Me
because
too.
now that they've established this universe, Rogue One was also relatively well enjoyed.
Oh my god.
And
that was my favorite one ever.
Yeah, so
of all
it was
the
like
Star Wars.
now that's like they've won back the
So
audience
good.
for the most part. There's always going to be haters,
I
but
was
now
so
it's like
worried
Ryan
about
Johnson
Rogue
can do his own
Yeah.
movie now.
Yeah.
Because now
They gave him a firm base to work with.
exactly,
And
They-
then
A
we'll
foundation.
see what J.J. Abrams truly has in the tank for when, because he is going to be doing the third one
Don't screw it up, JJ.
or the ninth one.
Don't just screw it up, JJ.
So that being said, Star Wars is going to be great. Obviously, everyone's going to
Hamill
love
is
it.
awesome.
Anyone who thinks it's going to be bad is wrong.
Carrie Fisher will make you cry.
That's true.
And this is going to be probably the best movie of the year.
I could probably agree with that.
You can go to our website, mttpodcast.com, and listen to all the other episodes and look at all the other fun stuff we have to offer.
Blogs.
What?
Blogs, news.
Oh, I thought you yelled
No.
plugs while I was
No.
doing plugs.
Blogs, news. You can
Yeah.
look up that stuff, see what we have to say.
You can follow us on Twitter at MTT Podcast. You can go to Facebook, Movie Trailer Trash Podcast. Search that. We have an Instagram now.
Yep, it's new, so check it out.
You just type
Charlie
in Movie
has
Trailer
put
Trash.
up some
and
really
it's,
cool stuff. He's a
it'll be there.
designer.
And it'll
So.
just have fun pictures to look at. I might even put up some social media type games.
Yeah, like there's some
Like
questions.
who
we might
would
do
win
the.
type things. You know,
There's
you
a
never know.
little poll thing now on Instagram where you
Yeah.
could do like yes or no questions and stuff.
Yeah,
Might be
something
fun.
like that. And then
See what you guys have to say.
And then we will. What else? Subscribe on
subscribe.
iTunes. Do you
Rate
want to
us,
do yours? I
rate
always
us,
do
review
yours.
us, and tell your friends.
Do you got anything that you want to plug, Doug?
well, sure, I'll plug a Doug.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I thought you were just gonna say thank you and then leave.
Thank you. No. I also host a podcast called the Entertainment Buffet Podcast. We do episodes every other Tuesday-ish. So subscribe on iTunes and also just follow Entertainment Buffet on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
YouTube,
and you can also catch these episodes if for some reason you don't have certain Apple services or podcast things. We make Movie Trailer Trash available on Entertainment Buffet's YouTube page. So if you just want to pull up YouTube and listen to the episodes, you can.
You can do that.
And we also have...
If you have YouTube Red.
We are on many platforms.
If you have YouTube Red, this is a cool thing about YouTube Red, is that you can sleep, put your phone in sleep mode.
or
Turn
do
off the
something
screen.
else.
You can turn the screen off on your phone and the video will still play.
Or
the
go to
sound.
something else, like you can
Nice.
play a game or something, right?
Yeah.
Like whereas if you're on YouTube and you go to play a game, it just turns YouTube off unless you have your YouTube Red.
So there you go.
So, yeah.
Star Wars.
Star
The Last
Wars!
Jedi.
So-
Da, da,
Da,
da,
da,
da,
da, da, da, da, da, da, da, da. What's the other really good one from the bad ones? Yeah, that one. Dun, 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 dun.